Alright, now we're going to do part 2 for putting type in a bounding box. We're going to start right here, and we're going to create something that looks like this. So we are going to begin with a new 300 by 300 pixel image. So let's close the previous one and go File, New. Now the settings from the last new file we opened are still there. Width 300, height 300. And let's go ahead and type FBLA again. Make sure it's pixels. Click OK. So yeah, everything's the same. FBLA under name. And it opens up a blank window just like before. And we are going to make the background a blue metal gradient. Blue metal gradient. Do you remember how to change the background? Go to the gradient tool where it shares with the paint bucket, or press G or Shift G, whichever one, till you get the gradient. Now we're going to choose a blue metal gradient. Now since the older versions they named it blue steel or steel blue. Oh, that's a good point. How did I get all the colors that I have? Remember the little gear or the sprocket there? You choose metals. Click OK. And I got blue steel. I typically so you can choose all kinds of different yeah, steel blue right there. Reminds me of Zoolander. His signature move is blue steel. Anyway, still blue. So I'm gonna click and drag. Oh, I wanted the.
How do you get a circle-ish?
That's under the radial gradient, right up there in the options menu. Is how you get the circle. But we're gonna make it look like the example. So I start in the top left corner and go click down to the bottom right a little bit and get the double lines passing through. Now I'm on number 6 in the directions, and I'm going to add a bounding text box for the FBLA headline. So I'm going to click on the text tool or press T. I'm going to click and drag a bounding box. I'm going to choose center up at the top under the justification. And before we start, well, I'm going to change the text to white. So you got font white, and I'm going to type FBLA in all caps. And I'm going to highlight and change the font to bold, color to white, and I'm going to adjust the font size.
To what?
Well, in the font Verdana, I have size 68. I'm going to change it to a different font just to change things up a little bit. I like Hobo. Hobo, STD. No. Okay. Hobo, FBLA. Now we're going to add a second bounding box. Now notice I'm going to click on the arrow key, and over on the right in the layers panel it now says the text symbol FBLA. Now I'm going to click on the text tool again, and I'm going to create a bounding box that fills below the text. And I'm still in centered justification at the top. And I'm going to change the font to a dark blue color. Dark blue. And I'm going to make it a little bit smaller font. So about size 38. And say meeting Thursday, January 5, 2014. Now I'm going to change, highlight and lower that font. Hit return, commons, area. Now in the second bounding box, we're going to change the font to something like Arial. So make sure the lines fit. And it's a dark blue color. Now, I'm going to show you something. Everybody turn and look at my screen. I'm going to hover around the corner of the bounding box. And you see how it turns into a double arrow? See that double arrow? It's like a bent arrow with the points on each end. Now I'm going to click and drag, and it can turn the font. A little catty-cornered. So it enables you to place the text at an angle. So angle the text to create interest in your image. And then click on the arrow key, and then it's done. It looks just about like what it does in the book. And we will save this as FBLA.jpg. So JPEG format. So File, Save As, go find your Lesson 1 folder, change the format to JPEG, FBLA.jpg, and then click Save. Click OK, and it's done, and then close.